Emily Blunt had a very big handbag to fill with Mary Poppins Returns, but it turns out it was the perfect size. This will be a spoiler-free review, but if, like me, you have avoided the trailers and avoided anything about it so you can go in just not knowing what to expect, I would definitely say watch it, then come back and share your thoughts with me. So, Michael Banks, Jane and Michael are now adults. Michael Banks and his 3 children are going through a pretty rough time. And of course, just as things get tragic, Mary Poppins turns up. When I realised that this was written by David Magee, who wrote Finding Neverland, I knew this would be absolutely incredible. And I can say, hand on heart, I was not wrong. So we'll start at the beginning. The opening credits, I felt, truly caught the essence of Disney magic, of innocent, pure Disney magic. And that's something we don't see that often. Things are very high-tech now. But this one just felt so soft and warm and inviting and magical. And that tone was carried across the entire film. As the story develops, we get into it at a really good pace. I was worried we wouldn't even see Mary until halfway through, but I think it was, 15, 20 minutes in or something. And as soon as she turns up, it's magic. Magic everywhere. Even when the moments seem quite depressing and quite dark, there's a lot of magic going on. Appropriate magic. We have the kite. We have constant little nods to the original story and to Mary Poppins and to Jane and Michael's childhood. Mary Poppins, I was worried that it would be uncomfortable, that it just wouldn't feel the same. And I think that thought lasted for about 20 seconds. And then I just thought, actually, Emily Blunt is amazing. It was so easy to get used to her. I love all of her costumes, and particularly her iconic costume. I love her hat. Blunt has such exquisite intonation and facial expressions. She's perfect for this role. Once she arrives, it's just constant magic. Every corner of the screen oozed with this phenomena. Great use of animation. The magic just never stops when Mary is around. And aside from Mary, we just have a complete stellar cast. Ben Whishaw was the perfect Michael Banks. I do love him a little bit. The children were wonderful, and they were just as expressive as their parents were when they were younger. Lin-Manuel Miranda was great as Jack. Not a patch on Bert, but still amazing. And Dick Van Dyke, I will say no more about that. We have some really effective villains. They're not prominent as much, but when they appear, you really feel their presence. I feel like it was so beautifully directed. We have some gorgeous, exquisite shots of London from the early 20th century. The costumes and the set design were magnificent. There were so many vibrant colours. The use of colour was everything I hoped it would be in this, and it's something that just Disney's colour palettes are often so amazing, and they got it so right with Mary Poppins Returns. The same is said for the music. For the most part, all new songs, but we do have a lot of Spoonful of Sugar going in there in the instrumentals. There's the perfect balance of mellow songs and uplifting music, some amazing synchronized choreography. Just everything about this film was astounding. I'm trying so hard to find something that's wrong with this. But I have to say, I loved Mary Poppins Returns. I thought Emily Blunt was incredible. This film truly is practically perfect in every way.